Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Jazzy of Video Store Sasquatch here, and we are doing our horror movie night in the cave. I went and actually saw a movie tonight. I went and saw Send Help, directed by Sam Raimi, starring Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. An employee and her insufferable boss become stranded on a deserted island, the only survivors of a plane crash. Here, they must overpass grievances and work together to survive. Will they make it out alive? Honestly, this movie ended way better than it started, not gonna lie. It is a slow burn. It kinda takes a little bit of time to pick up and get going and kind of see where these characters are going in their mind and everything that goes along with that. It is a little bit of a build. I'd say, it's almost like an hour and 10 minutes of an hour and 50-minute movie before we even really get into the real thick of the good parts of the movie or kind of speeds up to where we're kind of getting into the end. Rachel McAdams in this is way too attractive, too, by the way, to be kind of dumbed down the way she was in the beginning of this movie to like kind of look like a normal person that would be like looked past. I love how sometimes they try and do this in Hollywood. Like you can think of this the movies. I thought of a couple off the top of my head, but where they take these beautiful women and then they try and dumb them down or try and make them look plain or average, and it just kinda doesn't go off like that. There's no way you're gonna just mistake her, so that did kinda take you out of it a little bit. There is a couple of good little funny scenes. There's a couple of really serious, intense scenes too throughout this movie. It's kind of a little juggernaut. Honestly, I was gonna really kind of trash this movie until it started to pick up. I would really give this movie a C minus. You really have to give this movie time to kind of build up into the ending. And the ending is kind of explosive, so it does kind of follow the slow burn model there a little bit. I think that there's also like the aspect, of course, of kind of getting back at a bad boss and all this that will kind of intrigue people to go see this and will keep their interest in this movie. I'll tell you one thing, no matter like how much of a jerk off I was to someone, the minute they save my life, I'm not gonna start telling them to remind them that I'm their boss in real life because we're kind of way past that point in this, and that it's just kind of funny how he reacts in the beginning because I don't know how much of that would have been like right because I mean I think immediately he would have humbled himself pretty quick, especially when he couldn't walk and she's the one that's kind of saving you at the time. But anyways, it kind of moves on with the movie. It kind of goes into it, and like the cool thing is they kind of showed you also that she's been kind of working up to this her whole life. She always wanted to be on the show Survivor. She kind of knows all the survival guides. She reads all the books. I mean, we went to her house and we saw just every book on her shelf is a survival book of some sort, like what you can eat in the wild, what you can't eat, and like how to migrate and stuff like this. So they do kind of implant that right away into your head that this woman is definitely involved with that. So that is like a plus too to make it kind of a little bit more realistic, as well as that island's in the middle of like nowhere, and like when she kind of sends them to the one side of the island and shows them like there ain't nothing coming like for miles away, you kind of see like yeah, they're definitely stranded there. It was there's a lot of cool like lead up scenes. The director, like I'd like to wish to say that this movie could be shorter. There's some stuff you could cut, but really the director kind of had to show you everything that he showed you because it is kind of like a unique type of movie to where we do have these survival movies, but we don't have the para survival movies and like that on top of the para survival movies. It's really two people that in real life before this didn't get along anyways or didn't really know each other or try to get along either. So now they're kind of stuck on this island together and having to survive together. So it is a little interesting take on it. The creativity is definitely there. I wish it would have just been a little bit faster paced, maybe in the middle part, just a little bit. Like I don't know. I always think like I'm always like tarping on these movies, but this one really, I'm like kind of coming back in my head and trying to think. Well, they done this? Could they not done that? Well, no, because they had to do this, to do this, to do that. So the story is there, and there is a reason why it is that long. It is just a little too slow for me and my taste. I probably would rather watch this movie as a streamer, to be honest with you, and it probably would have been a little bit better. So kind of take that into consideration. But if you are doing nothing this weekend, don't got nothing going on, and you can kind of brave the weather or just kind of stuck or tired of being in this house, I could see you giving this movie a shot. Um, it is two very well acted performances here with Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien, so that doesn't take you out of it. And it is kind of like cool to see all the stuff that they kind of like accomplished together. So I don't know, something to take into consideration, and that is Send Help, directed by Sam Raimi. And then I have a movie on the streamers here that I watched. It was a slasher horror movie, and I'm kind of glad I got to watch this the week after giving you the timing and everything for slasher, because I will go into that on this. But a teenager investigating a murderous, or the movie was called He's Watching You. It was a teenager investigating mysterious murders in a small town discovers a collection of VH tapes that could reveal the identity of a notorious serial killer. Jordan Foss is the director. I'm not even gonna pretend to know if what the cast is on IMDb, because the last one I looked up was Send Help, and there are 2 people that were on alphabetical order are the only 2 people that are in the whole movie the whole time. So I know that Gianni DeCenzo from the Cobra Kai is in this as Cavelli, kind of plays a douchebag bully. Casey Mills is Derringer. I know that he is kind of important in this movie, and I believe that is the main character in John Luis Castellino. So, because I'm just looking at him and that one looks like the main character the most, even though like he's definitely like a model outside of his like geek role he played here. So that I'm kind of looking at a model picture of him instead of the geek role picture that he was in, but that is definitely him. And Tiana Lee here, for some reason, I thought I knew her. Maybe I like seen her in clips on TikTok, or I don't have TikTok, but whatever, like the real deals, you know what I mean. But I, maybe I did see that Big Shot, and that's where I remember her from. But she's in this as well. So there are a couple memorable faces in this. Other than that, I'd give this movie like a D plus. First of all, it has okay kills in it, so if that's kind of your thing, you will see a couple cool sequences for the kills. It doesn't like take forever to get a kill. We get kind of a kill, but they kind of try and add a couple kills where they shouldn't have. And on top of it, it's like a weird story throughout the whole thing too. You're not really sure what is going on. The killer is called the Pill, and he's the pill because he gives you your medicine. So it's only like bad kids he goes after, but somehow he's going after this geeky kid or showing him. It has an original name of Black Spines too. I don't know. It was really an uneven movie, but it looks like it had one writer, one director. So I don't understand why it was so uneven. But it just I don't know. I If you're like kind of like just interested in like a modern day slasher or something that like you haven't seen before anymore, goes yeah, go ahead and watch this. You probably enjoy it. But if you're kind of like a big hardcore slasher fan, I think that you should just kind of skip this one and kind of move on with your day. It's over time too. It's like an hour 45 minutes, and that kind of hurts it too. There's definitely scenes that this could have cut, re-edited around, did different stuff too. So, and it probably would have like helped the pacing of this movie and kind of made this movie better. Like this movie probably could have been an hour and 20 minutes, and it would have been a short, solid hour and tight. It would have been a short, solid, tight hour and 20 minutes. But at least we don't have to sit there and kind of drag through some of these long scenes with the kids and the mom thinking this and that. I don't really want to kind of like spoil everything, but like there's just too much going on into like the C plots and to the D plot even I think they had in this. If I remember correctly, there's definitely a C plot. So just think about it like that too as well. Yeah, that was He's Watching You, directed by Jordan Foss. Next week we'll go. I think I got something kind of cool that we're gonna try for a week, and then like kind of see where that goes. You kind of see next week. I don't really want to spoil too much of it, but definitely check out next week's show. It'll be a little bit different than anything we've ever done on this like Facebook page. So look forward to that. We will have a review probably, and we actually got a new movie review this week. I might go into and see The Iron Lung later this weekend, so you might get another review over the weekend too for the movie theater. But other than that, think 5 more people on Facebook, and we can start doing a live stream. The first live stream we'll do is a mystery science theater. I'll have everything set up. I'll make sure we get everything right. I'm getting everything like kind of working now. So watch the movie, just kind of just sandbag on an old bad movie some kind. Well, maybe we'll put like 5 of them in a little wheel and see what happens. But that is the plan there. Please follow. Thank you guys very much for watching, and please have a good rest of your day or night. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment your top movie picks for Throwback Thursday in the comment section. And see you next time in the cave.